These steps are some of the last Afra will be taking with her mother on her country's soil. From Dindir in southeast Sudan, she and her family had to flee when the paramilitary Rapid Support Forces, or RSF, raided the city. Their escape from home marked the start of a long journey in search of safety in a neighboring country.
We managed to escape along with our elderly mother who's sick. She has asthma and high blood pressure. She had to walk with us for over 8 kilometres. We were without food for 2 days. We reached a village, then started moving from city to city until we got here to Abu Hamad to go to Egypt through the desert.
All those here are aiming to cross the international border between Sudan and Egypt illegally. That's because crossing the border officially needs visas. Egypt changed its visa requirements for Sudanese nationals shortly after the start of the conflict last year. The new rules meant long waiting lists, so many say smuggling became their only option. It's a journey that those most desperate in Sudan's conflict take. There are barely any stops on the way for food and water, and the journey can come with difficulties.
There are no mechanic workshops on the road. So unless a car happens to come along and take passengers, or you bring spare parts from Abu Hamad, you can get stuck for days on the road. Cars can break down, motors stop working, or the car may overheat or get caught up in the desert rain. But we all have to wait for a solution.
Despite it not being an easy way, for hundreds every day, it's much easier than the official routes. The most reliable way to get from here to the border and beyond is on pickup trucks like these to avoid detection by authorities. Those who can pay more to sit up front. Those who can't endure the scorching sun for 2 days if they're lucky, and for more than a week if they're not. And not everyone makes it. More than 100 people have lost their lives trying to cross the border in the past year. That figure is likely much higher since many do not report their relatives crossing the border illegally. This tarmac road marks the entry into Egypt. Most register as refugees after reaching Cairo. At least 500,000 Sudanese refugees are in the Egyptian capital. The entire process is cheaper than waiting for official passes.
The amount of money I've paid to be smuggled into Egypt isn't enough to issue travel documents for my family in Sudan. The cost of issuing a passport is $256, and I have 9 family members.
Sudan's conflict has resulted in the largest displacement crisis in the world. And with the RSF entering new cities, more and more people are being forced out of their homes and having to look for safety elsewhere, no matter what it takes. Hiba Morgan, Al Jazeera, Abu Hamad, Sudan.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.